2017, Cardigan Donuts' mission has been to sweeten life for all through astonishing donuts, food, and hospitality. The Twin Cities area has been treated with astonishing donut options that fall under three categories: classic, premium, and inspired. The inspired options are offered as two varieties at a time and are rotated twice a week. Whether you're looking for a consistent choice or looking to frequently change things up, Cardigan Donuts has what you're looking for.
I will need a Bismarck. Welcome back to beautiful Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota, and Cardigan Donuts. So again, I just want to thank my good friend Sue Rossmeisel, who recommended Cardigan for me to try. And yes, I've still got on my cardigan. When in Rome, right? Okay, so I got a plethora here of donuts for us to be able to try. Now, you might remember from some of the past videos we've done, we've really talked about to really get a good essence or a good feel for the essence of a donut place. You always want to start off with the glazed first. So again, we'll just kind of take a baseline bite, see what we're dealing with here. Here we go. Okay. That is a very good glazed donut. So again, a little vanilla when you first taste it. I will say not too overly glazed, so not super sweet. So something that, you could sit there and you could have several of those if you wanted. Or if you just wanted one, you'd feel like, hey, I walked away with a good donut today. So now we're going to move on to another option here. I'm going to move over to the blueberry cake. Now, I got to tell you, the staff here, which are phenomenal, told me that there's a mild cult-like following for their blueberry cake donuts. And I said, mild and cult. I've never heard that in a sentence before. But, she said, but it's about being Minnesota nice. And I said, okay, so not like in a Charles Manson kind of way or, you get it. So here we go. All right. Oh, gotta tell you, blueberry comes through. That's a great smelling donut, okay? And we talked a little bit in the last episode about how the senses play a role. So let's take a bite. Oh, look at the colorization on that. I mean, you could put in some fake blueberry flavoring, but no. I want my blueberry donuts to look like a frickin' blueberry. That looks like the frickin' inside of a blueberry. So I gotta see RSM. I might be joining a cult a little bit later. Let me just sneak in a second bite real quick. That was really good. Yeah, that's definitely an elevated donut right there. Okay, so now the other thing that Cardigan Donuts does is twice a week they feature two different donuts twice a week. So on Mondays, it's one set of donuts, or two sets of donuts, I should say. Then on Thursday, they come out with two other featured donuts. So one of the featured donuts for this week while I'm here is actually a hot cocoa cruller. Now, it's wintertime practically. I'm in Minnesota. It's cold. What could be better than a hot cocoa cruller in Minneapolis, St. Paul? So let's give it a try. Okay, now notice the texture of that donut. And part of what makes it a cruller is crullers are really more towards Europe and America as far as the utilization of the cruller design. But there's a twist that goes into it that gives it that unique cruller look, and you'll also see it's kind of almost like a sandwich. Look at that goodness that we've got inside there. Do you see how that icing is dripping to one another? Oh my God. This is a phenomenal experience, and I haven't even taken a bite yet. Okay, so you ready? Here we go. Oh. Okay. Wow. I tell you what, I've got kind of competing taste. Number one, what really pops first is that more like marshmallow fluff that's in there. But I gotta tell you, I'm not a big fan of marshmallow fluff, but that's a very unique marshmallow fluff. The other thing is you get that hit of chocolate. So it kind of goes back and forth as far as what you taste. The cocoa, as you can imagine, with any kind of cocoa product, comes across very, very strong across the tongue. But I tell you, it blends itself so well together. And here's the beautiful thing about this cruller. This cruller is light and fluffy. This is not a heavy donut like a cake donut, or certainly not going to be heavy like this fritter that I'm about to partake of here in just a minute. So the nice thing is, the donut doesn't get in the way of the taste. So I got to tell you, this is very unique. And you know what? I got to tell you, that is an outstanding donut right there. Good job and well done, Cardigan Donuts. Okay, next we are moving along to a filled. Now, we're going to do an episode later on where I talk about filled versus unfilled. And you're probably going to guess my point of view on that one. But this is a fruit punch donut. I have no idea what's inside here, but I'm about to, and you're about to as well. So here we go. Okay. Hold on a sec. Look at that. Would you look at that? That looks like a heart. That is nothing but love. Literal love inside that donut. That's amazing. Okay. But I'm still going to get a better taste here, because I've got to figure out what this fruit punch is. Oh, wow. Holy cow. That's tart. Wow. Tell you what, I would call that fruit punch is what I would call that. But I gotta say, it works well when you're contrasting the sweet with that tart. Man, that hits the sides of your tongue and kind of gives you a little bit of pucker factor. I think a Sour Patch Kid or two lost their lives going into that thing. But again, an elevated donut. Now, okay, I always save the densest donuts for last. It's kind of like a good bourbon. You want to start off with a smaller or lower proof first, work your way to the top. Now, that's going to be a beast right there, okay? I do love myself some apple fritters. So, here we go. First and foremost, this is a heavy, heavy fritter, but look at that. Look at the apples. And I'm not talking apple sauce. Those are real chunks of apple on the bottom. You know what? I always knew donuts were healthy. Mama always told me to eat my fruits and vegetables. You know what, Mom? This one's for you. I'm doing it. I heard you.
I didn't even think about reviews like that.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. I gotta tell you, when I have a donut that is just impeccable, there's something that I do. My youngest daughter does it as well. We shimmy. It just comes natural. You gotta dance. You gotta move. This seat can't be contained by this donut. That is a great apple fritter. First off, the texture of the apple, the real apple, absolutely comes through. Even though, yes, it's a fritter, it's going to be heavy, it's going to be dense. This is not like a brick. And this is something you could certainly eat in the morning and then not have to worry about the rest of the day going, oh God, now I got to get through work. I'm not going to eat anything at lunch because it's still going to weigh on my stomach. No, that is a fantastic fritter with just enough glaze. You can see the different pockets of glaze on there just to add that little extra touch of sweetness beyond the apple. But overall, again, Cardigan Donuts, well done.
Perfect.
Fantastic. So, here's what I'm going to say. When in Minneapolis, St. Paul, you have got to come check out Cardigan Donuts. Please, by all means, feel free to follow them. They're on all sorts of different social media platforms. Follow them, like them. More importantly, come on by and try what they have to offer. You won't be sorry. I want to personally thank our good friends at Cardigan Donuts for their warm hospitality, the delicious donuts, and everything that goes along with it. So be sure when you're in Minneapolis, St. Paul, come check out Cardigan Donuts. You won't be sorry. And in the meantime, please, by all means, please like, follow, subscribe, and even more importantly, share this video with a friend. The best way to get the word out there is to share. And so from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Cardigan Donuts, and my good friends, we'll see you next time.